Hello, so this is just a follow-on video on my previous video on how to blow out your natural hair. In this video I'm going to be trimming my hair because my hair is very much long overdue a trim. I tend to cut it when it's blown out. I just look at my ends, and if I see any single strand knots or any split ends, I will just cut just slightly above that. I tend to take off ½ an inch every 3 months, and I cut my hair every 3 months, and some people might think that that's a lot of times to cut your hair, but I like to cut my hair before I think that something is going to happen. So if I see signs that my hair may need a trim, I kind of think to myself, well, I've kind of already left it a little bit too late, to be honest. I like to get on top of things with my hair, so that's why I trim my hair every 3 months. You don't have to, but I like to. You should try your best to section your hair as evenly as possible when you trim your hair. This is one of the few times where I'm actually really careful about how I section my hair. Most hairstylists will say that you should go and see a hairstylist if you want to trim your hair, and I agree with them. But if there are no good hairstylists in your area, then you just have to make do with what you've got. So the way I cut my hair, I would say is quite similar to the way Natural 85 cuts her hair. As you can see, I have a blunt cut. I like blunt cuts because it means that all of my hair is roughly the same length, and in my head I kind of have this idea that if they're all the same length roughly, they're sort of protecting each other because they're all bunched up together. So if your hair is all together and it's a lot of your hair, it's harder for it to break than if they're like in different layers and then they rub on things. It's a lot easier for it to get snagged and to get single strand knots and to get split ends. That's been my experience anyway. Put it between your fingers. There's a little bit of unevenness there. I might actually split this into two. I'm finding it's a little bit too thick. Right, so I can see from about here I need to trim, because I can see a couple of single strand knots and I can also see a couple of split ends. So I will just literally straight line, and I pretty much do that all around my head, and it takes 15 to 20 minutes to do, and then that's my trim for the next 3 months. And it's been working so far. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the health of my hair, and it hasn't affected the shape of my wash and goes as well. If you're struggling to find a good hairstylist in your area, because I would suggest that you actually go to see a stylist to cut your own hair, but if you're struggling like me, this is what you can do in the meantime once you actually find someone that's suitable. I will just take all of my hair that I've cut so far, I'll put them together, because like I said, the aim is for my hair to kind of be like quite a blunt cut, and so any straggly ends, it's hard to see, maybe I'll put it against my skin tone so you can see, any sort of like straggly ends I do try and also eliminate, because we don't want them, they're not helpful. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now. Clip it back and do the rest of my hair. It's a blunt cut, you can't go wrong with the blunt cut, so I just wanted to show you guys how shiny my hair looks today. I don't know, thought I looked a little bit more shinier than normal. I'm done with this side now, which is great. So I can just clip it down, push it to the back, and then focus on this side. Now this is a part of my hair that tends to get damaged the most. It's the top of my hair, and as you can see, there is some thinning going on here. So I'm gonna get rid of that. It looks a lot more even. Then we get all of the hair from the top half, and just like we did with the bottom, we will just pile them together. I don't think there's really much for me to trim. I think this cut's actually come out quite even, which is good because I'm trying to show people how to do things, so I'm glad that it didn't flop. Anyway, see quite a nice thick end there. Can't really see any signs of thinning. All I'm doing is just basically trying to make this look a little bit straighter. And there we have it, donezo. It's going to make detangling my hair a lot easier. It's also going to make doing wash and goes a lot smoother, applying products a lot smoother as well. So I definitely recommend a regular trimming schedule. There are people who say on here that you shouldn't trim your hair regularly, and I completely disagree with them. All you're doing is holding on to ends, and if your damaged ends stay long enough, they will start to split and go higher and higher up in the hair shaft, and you're going to end up cutting and trimming a lot more hair than you need to, than if you've just done a tiny little half-inch trim every 3 months, every 4 months. If you found this video helpful, please just give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and take care. Bye.